Hi, my name is Shervette Edens, and I am the admissions counselor for Job Corps in our area. What I'm doing today is I'm gonna talk about Job Corps so that way you guys will know what the program is about and what the benefits are, and also to give opportunity for those who don't know about the program and be able to share it that who might be interested, especially with our high school graduates. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen so that way we could kind of go over some information that I'm going to relate to you about the program. Okay, so let me go to the screen. So Job Corps, it's not something new. This is funded by the Department of Labor. These are just the requirements that the Job Corps program, students have to be within the age of 16 to 24. It is tuition free. It is based upon federal guidelines and the completion time. So it's not like college where everybody starts in the fall, September, and then they graduate in May. Everybody has a different time. So it's self-paced. It's according to how fast you want to get your certification. So like I said, this is not something new. This has been established back in 1964 by the Economic Opportunity Act. And the whole point of the program is to be able to give the 16 to 24-year-olds a better chance of obtaining employment so that way they have stable income and they're not going from job to job. So it is a good opportunity, and this is something that our federal government has had in place. I know when I go around our area, our Deep East Texas area, a lot of the students or even just in general, people in general do not know about this program. It is tuition free. So, you know, housing is provided, the trades and things like that. Okay. So our mission is basically to set a highly motivated young people to a pathway to education and training for successful careers in the nation's fastest growing industries. So this program, again, is for 16 to 24-year-olds. We have students that have not completed their high school diploma or they're needing to get their high school equivalency. This is a program for that. And also at the same time, be able to get the certification that they choose to complete in order to get a better opportunity for employment. We do have several, I believe 123 centers in the United States. Just the few in Texas, we have one in North Texas, which is located in the Dallas area. We do have one in Gary, which is the San Marcos area, about 45 minutes away from Austin. We have Laredo, closer to the border, and then David El Carazo, which is close to El Paso area. So depending on what trade a student is looking for is going to be based upon where they're going to be stationed or going to receive that certification. So again, we are all throughout the United States, from Alaska, Hawaii, and of course our great state of Texas. Okay, the key services for our program, we do, as I mentioned earlier, we do offer career technical training. So depending on what career choices that your student or an applicant is looking for, and it's basically in demand industry. So we're not going to have um, certification in arts or things like that. So it's going to be basically vocational jobs that you'll be able, or for that applicant to be able to get foundation and certification to get a better employment. As I mentioned earlier, the academic training, we do have students that are needing their high school diploma or high school equivalency. Later on, there's also college preparation, or if they decide to move to get into the college arena, then they do have counselors that will able them to guide them in that direction. Career success, the whole goal is to be able to have the career skills that you have. Social skills, a lot of our students, um, might not have the courage to be to get into the adult world, so they'll help you with social skills, leadership. We do offer community service and as well as independent living skills. Okay, so as far as Job Corps, there's 3 phases when you get into the program. So the application process, if you decide this is something for someone or you yourself want to get into, I do have to do an orientation, which is basically telling you what the ins and outs, a little bit more specific than what I'm doing now. And then from there, you can, once I have your information and have it completed, I'll send it to the center, and then they will let me know if you get approved. We do pull a background check. The only things that will not able to let you in is if you have any assault charges or murder charges, if you have open cases, basically, and also if you are on probation. Otherwise, it's on a case by case basis. Okay, as I explained to applicants when we go through the orientation, Job Corps is just the first step for students. Once they get into getting their high school diploma, or if they don't have their high school diploma, just getting the training program, then they can get into other steps. As I mentioned earlier, we have 3 phases of the center where you have CPP, which is career preparation. That first 30 days is basically learning the ropes, understanding the rules of the center. It is residential programs, so the students will live on campus. And the biggest thing within that 30 days, within that first 30 days, is the TABE test. It's the Adult Basic Education Test. You have to pass that in order to get a certification. So once you get into that, then you get into CDP, which is career development. You're focused more on work training, work-based training, and learning the trade, so that way you'll be able to be confident to get the job done or be able to do it on your own without supervision. And then from there, the next step would be if you decide, hey, I just want to get another certification, you can talk to your counselor at the center and they can direct you with apprenticeship or different types of like advanced classes for the training if they do offer that. If you decide you want to go to college because you really enjoy the certification that you got, then you can go towards that. Or if you decide, I want to join the military, then there's an ASVAB testing at the center, and that you can complete it and move on from there. So this is basically enabling the students to kind of get a feel of being a little bit independent, but still have the training wheels. And then once they complete Job Corps, then that would give them a foundation to what would be next in their career. So the technical training, it is based on industry recognized standards. A lot of our career training is basically for the in-demand industries. We do partner with different employers and also different colleges, or utilize the work-based training and additional opportunities, so that way the students are well-rounded and be able to get the job done once they're out of the program. So these are just a few of the industries that the government looks into to make sure that we have people that can sustain it. So basically, these are the jobs that will not ever be laid off, because somebody is always going to be working for these industry sectors. So we have advanced manufacturing, automotive and machine repair, construction, finance and business, healthcare, homeland security, hospitality, information technology, renewable resource and energy, and transportation. So those are the types of areas that we look into. In my orientation, I will go through a little bit more specific as to what is available depending on where the applicant wants to go. Advanced training, and again, this is depending on the center. We do advise our students to make sure that they do well in their classes, so that way they have a better opportunity to get into the advanced training if possible at that center, and be able to be placed once they complete the Job Corps program. The Industry Council, every center, every Job Corps center has a council, basically, that will help develop and maintain trainings through, we partner up with the local employers or corporations and things like that. It's a good way to have basically what I call it as to a better addition to your resume, that you're a part of something. So that way, if you decide to apply for a job, that there is something else more than just, I attended school, this is what I'm doing. This is an industry council that would, kind of help you see a little bit of what's happening out there in the world and be able to be a part of it to either make a difference in the center or out the center. They do have regular meetings. So this is basically an extra opportunity to ensure your leadership skills. So speaking of leadership and service learning, we do have several different ones. In the program, it is part to where you're going to have to do community service. So we do have Youth to Youth. That is basically a nationwide Job Corps-led students who basically you learn about youth violence. Reading to Lead, we do have student government organization, or what we call it SGA. It kind of helps you being a part of the program and make a difference in a leadership standpoint. So it's a good opportunity for students to kind of spread their wings and be able to um, kind of maneuver and learning about group work and be able to enhance their leadership skills. So as I mentioned earlier, Job Corps is just the first step. You're able to get apprenticeship if you decide, like I mentioned earlier, if you decide to go to college, then you could do that. If you decide to go to the military, you could do that afterwards. So this is just something that will kind of give a student an opportunity to kind of get their feet wet. Once a student completes, for those who are completing their high school diploma and their certification, they get an incentive at the end of the program of $1,200. And then for every additional certification that a student wants to get is $600. So I've always told my students to be selfish at this point, so that way when you go out there in the real world that you're well-rounded and marketable, since it is a competitive world out there. Program success, we want to make sure that the whole point of this program is they are prepared when they get into the workforce. It will help the industry growth, and again, these are industries that the government knows that are always in need. And then for those that complete, that would help the communities, whether they go back home and obtain a job or get placed in the area that they're in, it would help thrive the society. So we are on social media. So if you guys want to take a look at it, we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and we are on Instagram. So if you want to learn more, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of success stories from graduates who want to share their experience, so that way you'll know more about the program. Feel free to check out any of those platforms, okay? So here's our website, recruiting.jobcorps.gov. We do have a phone number. I believe there's an application that you can fill out, and they filter that depending on the zip code. So automatically, if you're in my area, it will filter to me, and I will call you, email you, and let you know, information. And if you decide to join the program, or somebody that you know, or even your student, that's how we get our referrals. And yeah, or if you're not comfortable with a computer system, you could always call and someone will be able to take your information. All right. If you guys have any other questions or concerns, I did upload my business card to Miss McCarty. She has all my information, or if you just happen to forget about it, please call the Lufkin Workforce Center. That is my office where I'm at. Before COVID, I was kind of traveling all over deep East Texas, but as of right now, that's where I'm stationed. Definitely call the workforce, ask for the Job Corps counselor, and they will direct that to me. You could also email me, and I also have my cell phone. So my hours are 8 to 5. Sometimes it kind of varies depending on the need, but I am flexible, so I'll work around anyone who needs information, or if they need to schedule an appointment that may be a little bit later, then I'm more than happy to accommodate that. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys taking the time to look at my video. And again, feel free to contact me if you have any further questions regarding the program. Right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So again, thank you so much for tuning in to my video. I just want to make sure that this is something that our students in our area would be able to know what this program is, what they can do, and that it's another resource for someone who is not sure what they want to do after high school. All right, well, thank you so much. And I appreciate you, Ms. McCarty, for taking the time to email and let me be a part of the annual transition conference. I hope to be a part of it in more ways. Thank you so much, and you have a good day.